But that was my first live using the cracking size and the crystal clear. No, it was the urban the urban crackle. I had first of all, let's start again. I've used Crackle before several times, but let me talk to you guys. I've used Crackle several. Yeah, I think, Betty, it's our generation. I've used different kinds of Crackle. I've used Modern Masters Crackle. I've used the Crafter's Crackle. I've used, I think it's Artisan's Enhancement Crackle. But very honestly, most of them are hit or miss. Some work. Some are very delicate. This one is more forgiving than most of them. And if I could do Crackle and end up with this without any experience, then imagine what you guys can do. I wanted to do this on glass, and I wanted to use the decoupage paper of Posh Chalk. And I did this several months ago, and I love it. But what we're going to... Yeah, I'm not a... I mean, I don't usually care much for Crackle, but this one I do like, because although you really can't control the Crackle sizes, you can to a certain extent. And there are 3 products that we're going to be talking about today. The basic one, which is the base coat, is the cracking size. And this cracking size looks like the foil size, but it's not. It's the cracking size. And it's stuff that it's a material that I carry on my website. And what makes the Crackle crack, sounds like drugs, doesn't it? Is there are 2 things: urban Crackle and crystal clear Crackle. Crystal clear Crackle cracks like porcelain, and it's very, very thin. It's clear, and we're going to apply that now. And and the other one, the urban Crackle, we're going to apply. Now today I'm just showing you the basics, and tomorrow we'll actually start working on a project, probably a door. I might put some foils or some decoupage on it. So I'm going to move this out of the way, somewhere where I won't break it, hopefully. And then I'm going to turn you down and we'll talk a little bit more. Now I'm using canvas because if I did it on white, it would not show. And what I've done here, is this is just a plain canvas that I was taking a finger painting class on, and I never completed. So the first thing is where I have placed a base coat of the cracking size, and the reason I did that is because it needs to dry before we apply either the urban Crackle or the crystal clear Crackle. Does anyone have any questions? Does what I say make sense? Okay, I'm going to turn you down. And you can see here and here. Okay, great. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about and repeat myself maybe several times. So again, Crackle Medium is a two-part finish. You need the size, which is the underlayer, and you need the Crackle Medium, which is the upper layer or overlayer, and that could be either the Urban or the Crystal Clear. And I'll explain how it works after I apply. I'm going to apply first the Urban Crackle. And I thought I had opened it, but I guess not. I need my trowel. This one is like a plaster. And let me find, oh, there it is. And just remind me to put the sealer thing on top of this when I finish. So as you can see, this is what the overlayer or the top coat of the Urban Crackle. What I used on the glass was actually the Urban Crackle because I wanted it to show. So that usually is applied with a trowel. And what we want, I applied it to the wrong side of my trowel. What we need is something caught on my trowel that's creating this. Might be a dried piece. Oops! I did it before I was ready. I'm just going to apply it on as quickly. Well, it doesn't have to be quick because just apply it on with a trowel. You don't have to use a Japan trowel. This is what this is, a Japan trowel. And it's one of my favorites. I love the fact that it's light. I don't sell that, but you can get it on Amazon. And if you have any problems getting it, we can get some from a manufacturer, and I'll have them send it to you, or I'll order it for you if you are interested. So as you can see, I'm not doing a very good job of applying this. I'm just trying to apply an even layer. And I think I'm going to have to do something about my desk because this is not big enough. So as you can see, I'm just applying this as smoothly as possible. And you don't need to apply it in straight lines. And the same goes for the cracking size. I am going to show you on a small piece of wood how to apply the cracking size. You want to do this randomly. You don't want straight lines because you'll end up with more or less straight crackles. Let me add some more. Now when I added this to my glass, it was a very, very thick layer that I did. I'm applying some more because I don't have enough. I should have thought about the size of the desk. But I'm trying to do it smoothly so that there's an even layer. And I will turn it over so that you can see the other end, unless you are seeing it. You need a bigger I need a bigger house. I can't believe that in my house, I raised my 2 girls and there was plenty of room. Now that they're not here, and there's only me and Camille, I've taken over all the basement, which isn't really a basement because it's the lower level. I have a split, but when you go out, you come out to the yard, the backyard, and the pool. So I don't know whether that's still considered, well, it is a basement, but I have 4 bedrooms, one in the basement with a bathroom, and it's still not enough, and it's just me and Camille, and I take up all the space. It's all my products. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit more. Just apply randomly. I wouldn't advise this to be applied with a brush or a roller. I don't think that would work too well. I'm just trying to clean up the edges, and obviously made a huge mess. So we had a freezing weekend. It was really cold, but we had sun, and that's what's most important. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to stress, because one part I want to do a small experiment with, and where is my... Why is it I can't find things? I was working here yesterday, and I had my stuff all... Oh, there it is. I needed my wipes for the plaster. So I'm just going to wipe my plaster down because I don't want anything sticking to it. I don't want to mess it up. This is the smallest one of my Japan trowels. I don't use that. I use this for samples more than for anything else. So let's close up the tin. And what I'm going to do right now is I got this. This is a tiger trowel. Roller. So I do sell these. I do not have all the trowels on hand, but I can order them. And I am going to start. I'm not doing the whole board with this. I just want to try doing a pattern. Well, actually, it looks like I'm going to do the whole board. And this is a tiger pattern. I'll go back and smooth out some of these. Or actually, no, I'm not going to smooth them out. I'm going to leave them as is. Just wrap up my roller, because I don't want it to dry. And I forgot to get water, but that will work fine, I think. Then I'm just going to clean up the edges and put this one away. The thicker this is applied, the thicker, or the longer it takes to dry. And I'm not going to, I'm just cleaning the edges so that when I put it down, I don't end up with a mess. So let me find a place for this, and then I will get the other board. I don't have any room. Oops. Camille, you put this in your, be careful, it's wet. Can you put it in your office? I put it in Camille's office, sorry. And just going to clean up here.
Wet?
Yes, it's wet. Please don't touch it. I can't find any room to put it here because even though I put my stuff away after every live, I still manage to mess up. Now make sure that when you finished with your Urban Crackle, that you seal it correctly, and you use, unlike me, you use a sealer. You know the sealer that we, yeah, that is a cute roller. It's my first time using it, but I really like it. Make sure you cover your Urban Crackle because you don't want to have it dry on you. Hello, Lynn, how are you? Who's from upstate New York? Oh, Lynn, you're in upstate New York? Oh, okay. I just broke my nail too. Anyway, the crystal clear Crackle is like a liquid consistency. It is not at all like the Urban Crackle, which is more or less a plaster. This one is, look at it. Do not do what I'm doing. And you can apply this with a roller. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Do not apply in straight lines. You don't want straight crackles. And I might leave this one and go in all directions. I'm going to need some more. I would normally pour this into a paint pan, but I didn't bring one in. I always feel Mondays I'm disorganized. Maybe it's not being on live. Can't believe I used to only do it once a week. And before that it was once every 2 weeks. So you just cover everything with a roller. It's just so much easier with a roller. And again, this is another board from that finger painting class, which I loved, but I just didn't have time to complete the assignments. So that made it very difficult for me to keep up with the class. You know, tomorrow I think I'm going to remove everything off this desk and change the space. So as you can see, just move the crystal clear in all directions. And make sure you cover this. Now, if you're using this again, I would suggest that you roll it with, that you wrap it with what is it called? My words are not with me today. I have to find the box so that I can tell you what it is. Okay, I think I found it. No, I didn't. I hope nobody's watching for the first time because they're going to think I'm a real idiot. Okay, this is it. Press and seal. So I'm just going to wrap up my roller in the press and seal so that tomorrow, if we decide we're using it, we'll know that it's press and seal. And I'm going to put a blue marker on it because the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way because it needs to dry. So we're preparing these for tomorrow, where we will see how they crack. No, is that the correct? Yeah, I do sell the Crackle, but it's actually on my Rima Bechara. It's www. Walls and More by Mimi. .com. It's on my Shopify store. Amanda, can you put that in, or Betty, can you put that in? The only thing I sell on Etsy is Would You Bend and Posh Chalk, and I'm thinking of moving the Posh Chalk stuff. And guys, never wear your best shirts. Look at this. To apply anything. Let me just get some. Where? Okay. Now, this has been foiled, and what we're going to do, I have not sealed it, but what we're going to do is apply the undercoat, which is this one, the cracking size. Remember I told you it was a 2-part medium, and I'm going to use the same roller that I used before, and it's still got tons of cracking size, and just do it any which way. So besides doing it on a canvas and on paint, I'm going to do this on I'm doing this on foil, and I have one that is just painted on wood. So I'm going to apply the cracking size. Again, the cracking size looks like a gluey, gooey stuff. So don't apply it in a straight line, but this is your undercoat, and you need to leave it to dry. Please, please, please do not use a heat tool. Do not use a hairdryer. Do not use a heat gun. You need to let it dry naturally. And depending on the thickness, thank you, Amanda, thank you, Betty, depending on the thickness that you apply it on, that will, and the temperature in your house, that will let you know how much, the length of time. Sorry, I'm just trying to remove this. I have a doctor's appointment after this. That's why I got wearing a good shirt. I didn't think that I would mess it up, but never mind. So, as I said, I will repeat again. The cracking size is the underlayer. The crystal clear is a second layer. the overlay, and the Urban Crackle is the plaster-like material that you trowel on. The rest I used a roller, and through the Urban Crackle I used the Tiger roller. Now the crystal clear dries. Let me just clean this up, and I don't want any dried up plaster. The crystal clear dries clear, and you do need a glaze to see the cracks. So tomorrow we're going to put the glaze on to be able to see the crystal clear. The crystal clear. Now, sorry. These Crackle mediums, not the cracking size. Let me just put these here. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. The top layer typically dries faster than the bottom layer. So the layer we put on the crystal clear and the urban dries faster than the cracking size. And because they dry at two different... Oh, no problem, Desiree, no problem. Oh, hi, Maury. Thank you. You can also tint... Yes, I was going to come to that with micas and with paint, dry pigments. I think you can use the universal color. I'm not sure, but we're going to check. What else? I'm looking at my notes. The first layer, yeah, you roll. Now you can also brush it in. You can brush in the crackle size can be brushed. It does not have to be, maybe we should have done one with a brush. This one I applied very lightly, and this one is more of a thicker consistency. But I wanted to see how this would work on foil. Yes, I will, Betty. I will absolutely do that. I'll probably do labels as well, just like I did for the seashells. If you brush in a linear motion, in other words, horizontally or vertically, that's how your cracks are going to appear. I like it random. I don't like, I was going to ask you, can you use, oh, universal color? I think you can. You know what? I'm going to try tinting a little bit tomorrow with universal color. I don't know why you can't use it. I've tinted plaster with universal color, and it's been fine. So we can experiment. Let me write that down so that we try it tomorrow. 1 second. Okay. We will use the Artsyville glaze. Tint Artsyville, oops. With universal color. Any particular color so that I can get it ready for you to see? Thank you, Maury. Thank you. It's so nice to see you on. So, got my notes as to what I was supposed to do. Can create a... So we've done, I'm just going to recap. We've done it on a canvas that's been painted with chalk paint. I applied off camera the cracking size, and on camera I traveled on the Urban Crackle, and I rolled on the crystal clear. Then we did two little samples. One is with foil underneath, and the other one is actually with acrylic paint on wood. Oh, when are you going, Maury? Okay, Alicia, I'll definitely do that. And then tomorrow, actually, I was planning to do a wooden door. But I think tomorrow we'll go through the actual, what they look like, and probably apply on a decoupage paper. Betty, thank you so much. Oh, you're seeing Solly Joe? Oh, good. So tomorrow I was going to do the project, but I think tomorrow we'll just do it because I get confused as well with the different methods of cracking and what you can and cannot do. So this is helping me out so that I can refresh my memory. So tomorrow we will see the results of what I did today, and if we have time, I'll start prepping the board. I want to use decoupage paper on it and see how the crackle works on decoupage paper. So this is just a quick half-hour 101 Crackle 101, and tomorrow we'll see the results of what we did today, and also puts glaze on and maybe start an actual piece